Welcome. And today, I'll share with you a reading of a fantastic story that we found on Reddit, posted by Blair Daniels, titled, "There's a Woman I Don't Recognize in My Wedding Photos." Hi, this is Derek. I just put the drama llama, Fred, back in his pen so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. If this is your first time watching our videos, help me out by watching to the end, and then giving me some feedback in the comment area below. I do respond to every single one, so don't be shy. And if you want more of these videos daily, don't forget to like and subscribe, with notifications turned on for this channel. Oh boy, let's get ready for a great story.
There's a woman I don't recognize in my wedding photos. By Blair Daniels. I first saw her in the photo of me walking up the aisle. The shot is from behind. The white train of my dress schemes the ground. My blonde hair is rolled up in the silver barrette borrowed from his mom. My something borrowed. Every person in the pews is turned, watching me. Except one. A woman in the last row stands stick straight, facing away from the camera. All I can see is the back of her head. Straight, long black hair flowing down her shoulders and ending at her waist. Jeff? Who's that? Jeff leaned over my shoulder. Don't know. Maybe your cousin Jamie? Could be, but her hair isn't that long. I clicked forward several photos. No, can't be. See? Jamie was wearing a red dress. She's wearing black. I shook my head. Must be someone from your side. She's sitting on your side, though. I guess you're right. I clicked the zoom button. Her form filled the screen. Stick straight black hair. Ivory skin. Almost impossibly skinny arms. She stood a good distance away from the 5 other people in the pew. My cousin Amanda, her husband, and her 3 rambunctious children. One of whom was picking their nose. Could she be the date of one of my guy friends? Like Jack, maybe? He was always dating a new girl. I quickly brought up his Facebook. Nope. His current girlfriend had curly hair and a beautiful brown complexion. Not her. I don't recognize her. She's got to be a wedding crasher. Jeff and I had gotten married 3 weeks ago. We'd just gotten our wedding photos back. I'd braced myself for surprises. Ones that made me look like I had a double chin. Or shots of my 60-year-old parents shaking it out on the dance floor. But I didn't expect this. I can't believe it. This was our special day. And this random thinks she can just come crash it? I'm sorry, Jess. She could have had the decency to look at me as I walked down the aisle, at least, I grumbled. I clicked away from the photo, trying to forget about her and just enjoy the photos. A few more photos of the ceremony. She wasn't in them. I lingered on the photos of us and the bridal party, my heart glowing. Then I got to the reception photos. She stuck out like a sore thumb. Standing there behind the table of my high school friends. Facing away from the camera. Standing oddly. Still. That's her. I jabbed the computer screen so hard, the image rippled. Well, obviously she'd be at the reception. Free food. I'm surprised she went to the ceremony at all. I clicked to the next photo. She wasn't in it. I breathed a sigh of relief. No. Wait. I zoomed in. My friend Libby, sitting at the table, had a glass of wine pressed to her lips. I flicked back to the previous photo. Libby was lifting the glass towards her lips. These 2 photos were taken within a few seconds of each other. And she's just gone. Jeff shrugged. She probably just got her food and skedaddled. I clicked through the next several photos. She wasn't in them. Feeling a little bit better, I clicked through the rest and landed on a portrait of the 2 of us. Standing in the middle of the reception hall. Look at us. You look beautiful. Aw, think. My breath caught in my throat. At the edge of the photo, there was a hand touching my shoulder. Just the tips of the fingers, the rest out of view. Pale, thin fingers. Not thick, ruddy ones like Jeff's. I stared at the computer. My heart pounded in my chest. Jess? Are you okay? His voice sounded so far away. Her fingers. I said, softly. Her fingers are on my shoulder. What? Jeff took the laptop, squinting at the screen. That's just my hand, Jess. Your hand looks nothing like that. How can you even tell? It's just the tips of the fingers. Tips of a woman's fingers. They're obviously my fingers. No, they're not. I grabbed the laptop from him. Forced myself to look at the photo. Look. Your arm is going down. Like it's wrapped around my waist. Your waist isn't even in the frame. Yeah, but you can tell from the angle. If your hand was resting on my shoulder like that, it would be up more. Jess. It's obviously my hand. He sighed and wrapped his arms around me. Speaking in a softer tone, he said, Look, someone crashed our wedding. That sucks, a lot. But I think you're overreacting a little. I shot him a glare. Then I pulled out my phone and dialed Amanda's number. It took 3 rings for her to pick up. Amanda? Who was sitting next to you at my wedding? Oh, hi Jess, she said in her slow, southern drawl. Oh well, you sat us with Uncle Bob and Aunt Margie. No, at the ceremony. Well, I was sitting alone, dear. I purposely chose to. Didn't want my kids hassling anyone. No. There was a woman in the same pew as you. Tall, black hair. No dear, it was just me and Will and the kids. I mean, at least I don't remember seeing anyone else. I talked to Amanda another 10 minutes, then said I had to go. I collapsed onto the couch next to Jeff, leaned my head against his shoulder. Jeff reached over and rubbed my shoulders. My eyes flickered closed and my breathing slowed. Don't worry about it, babe. Don't worry about some woman creeping on you at your wedding. It's all okay. I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't like Jeff's tone. The way he was speaking to me like something fragile, easily broken. I'm going to take a shower, I said, getting up from the sofa abruptly. I slammed the bathroom door behind me and started to run the water. Peeled off my clothes and stared at myself in the mirror. Steam clouded out from the shower and I stepped in. The hot water hit my back, running down my body, and the stress began to fade away. I reached for the shampoo. Scrubbed it in. Rinsed it out. Stood under the stream of water and let it run over my face for seconds. Or maybe minutes. Then I turned off the water and began to step out. I glanced down and froze. Collecting around the bathtub drain was a tangled clump of black hair. Before I could react, thin, cold fingers grabbed my shoulder. Pushed. I slipped on the wet ceramic, my body falling with a painful crack. Pain shot through my body like fire. As I pulled myself up, grimacing in pain, 8 words repeated in my head. Something old, something new. Something borrowed, something blue. The silver beret I borrowed from Jeff's mom. The one she insisted I borrow, saying it was a family heirloom. That she said Jeff's sister refused to wear, and it would mean the world to her if I carried out the tradition. The one that had a few straight, black hairs. Still stuck in it.
What are your thoughts on Blair Daniels' story? Please share in the comments below. Personally, I wonder why the unknown woman doesn't like Jess. I also think that the fact that Jess got so obsessed over this unknown woman in the photos, it might have given the unknown woman enough powers to become manifested, so that she can carry out this haunting. How do you think this will end? In the meantime, let's hear what some other Reddit members had to say about this story. GM Sunshine Baby reacted with, was she a ghost? Yeah, I reckon she haunts whoever wears that beret. Jeff's mom wanted to pass the curse to someone else. Time for Op to put it on eBay. I think Op might be dead now. LOL. Soup Jupes reacted with, nah. The last bearer of the curse, Op's new mother-in-law, seemingly dealt with the curse for years. Seems like the black-haired lady is just one of those mildly inconvenient haunts. That pushes you in the shower? Seems like a little more than mildly inconvenient, lol, and if mommy-in-law was trying to pass a curse, she must really hate her own daughter. Or was she lying about trying to get her daughter to wear it? Does it have to be passed through a wedding? It seems like it would be pretty easy to get someone else to wear it just one time if it doesn't have to be at their wedding. Give it to a person you hate at work for their birthday. And be that person who insists they try it on right away. Lol. His mother may have owned it for years. But if there were black hairs wrapped around it, then it's obvious she never wore it. I was going to say that she probably didn't even know what would happen to the wearer. But if Jeff's sister refused to wear it, and Jeff is treating her like her psyche is shattering, then it's likely the mom did have some problems with the lady in black. Yeah, honestly, that poor ghost is probably bored to tears and needs some enrichment. With some interesting activities and exercise, she'll be way too tired for the typical creepy and destructive ghost behavior we see so often. Maybe it, she, or they like puzzles. Buttercup 0085 reacted with, spooky. Keep us updated. Hope you figure out who she was. And why she's so mad about newlyweds. Maybe someone in your hubby's fam got killed by her brand new husband soon after the wedding. Edit, or maybe the new hubby was cheating on wife number 1 with Op. And she had no idea. The first wife was overcome with such rage she tried to go after clueless Op, which forced hubby to kill her and make it look like a terrible accident. She wants revenge and will get it. Emotional Mud 7319 reacted with, now anticipating a bride's investigation on who this woman was. How old is this black hair? Whose is it? And what happened? I'll wait. Link me when you do. Dr. Balpak reacted with, this was creepy AF. But I didn't understand the last part. What exactly does the mother-in-law do to her? Some sort of voodoo? As far as I understood it, the silver beret, which I assume is some kind of hair piece / comb, came with a spirit. The black hair, like the unknown woman's hair. The woman that no one ever actually saw. It's cursed in some way. I do hope this wasn't on purpose. But I also do hope that we get an update from Op. That she figures out who that woman is and how she got tied to that beret. And how to get rid of her again. If this was on purpose by Op's new mother-in-law, she has a darn sucky mother-in-law. Way beyond just no. Si Senor El Magnifico reacted with, apparently the item came together with a spirit. How inconvenient. I hope your mom-in-law isn't secretly delighting this fact. Better return it to her ASAP. The Hailstorm 204 reacted with, I mean, I fit the physical description pretty perfectly, but I promise I don't crash weddings or haunt brides. Sounds like you could be a model then. Are you a living ghost? And finally, War Never Changes reacted with, this is why I refuse to close my eyes in the shower, even if I get shampoo in them. Well, there you have it. A very interesting and shocking story from a fine and talented Reddit member. Help support this channel by smashing the like and subscribe buttons. And hit that silly little bell as well to ensure you get the latest videos as they come out. Fred is always finding stuff for me to post regularly. So this is Derek signing off. Thanks for watching. Good grief, it sounds like Fred is out of his pen again. He must have found more stories for us to share with you. See you soon.